The change from the unicorn, Scotland's no longer your slave.
Scotland is a country that is steeped in rich history, famous for its whisky, haggis and bagpipes. It's a country known for its debate to be free from the powers of Westminster. Independence was once considered a nationalist pipe dream, and on Thursday, September the 18th, 2014, Scotland had its chance to make that dream a reality. With only 45% voting in favour of independence, that dream was lost, for now. I spoke to someone who thinks that Scotland should be an independent country.
There is a clear democratic mandate for IndyRef 2. That mandate was won at the 2016 Scottish election. There was then a debate in the Scottish Parliament. The Scottish Parliament voted by 69 votes to 59 in favour of IndyRef 2. And then there was the 2017 general election, which the SNP won. That's called a triple lock mandate. That's why there should be IndyRef 2, because what's happening now is the British Parliament is withdrawing Scotland from the European Union against its will, against the democratically expressed will of the people of Scotland. Regardless of what your wishes are or what your thoughts are about the European Union, 62% voted to remain. You cannot withdraw from that union without that contravening the democratic wishes of the people of Scotland. That means there should be IndyRef 2, and there is a democratic basis underpinning it. Scotland as a nation has many factors that would underpin a successful country. We've got huge swathes of arable land. We've got a food and beverages industry which is the envy of Europe. Massive money flows to the exchequer from the taxation on Scotland's food and beverages industry. It's a growth industry. But we also have the oil and gas reserves. Recent reports show that contrary to what we were told in 2014 that the oil was running out, all of the geological studies now suggest that off the west coast of Scotland and Shetland we have 100 years of oil and gas reserves. 100 years of oil and gas reserves. Now, Scotland doesn't just have oil and gas reserves. Scotland has over 40% of the whole of Europe's renewable energy sources. Wind and wave generation. Clean energy. Most of us who believe in independence don't want to use coal, oil, gas for the next 100 years. We would much rather have clean energy production. But how do you pay to develop your clean energy? Well, the way to do that is to use the oil and gas revenues in order to invest in clean energy. We have the resources to become the biggest clean energy producer in the whole of Europe. We could become the envy of the world as far as clean energy production is concerned. But it's going to require investment. So we've got natural resources, we've got potential, and we've got a lot of people, which is our biggest resource. People who are very well educated, people who are motivated, people who want nothing more than normality. Normality is that you run your own affairs, that each country takes its own decisions. You see, Scotland might not get everything right in the future as an independent country, but we can claim our mistakes instead of our mistakes being made for us by Westminster in the future. That's why Scotland will become a very successful independent country. For one thing, we'll never again have a Tory government. We've never voted for one for over 70 years, and we won't vote for one when we're independent either.
Will there be another chance at freedom? Or will we remain part of Britain forever? I believe that we could succeed in our fight for freedom, that we should have the chance for Scotland to govern itself again and regain the powers that Westminster holds over us. But will the people of Scotland agree?
Longer your slave. Carpe diem. Will you seize the day? Rip the chains from the unicorn. Scotland's no longer your slave.